Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to build an easy raid farm for your Minecraft world. This design uses a nearby pillager outpost and a pit with a villager in the air to lure the pillagers into an area where we can kill them for XP and drops. Before we get into the tutorial, these are some of the resources that you'll be required to use to build this raid farm. Before we start constructing this farm, I highly recommend building this farm at least 150 blocks away from a nearby outpost. If your area looks like mine, you may have to flatten it out to make sure the raid farm runs smoothly, but that's all trial and error. To kickstart this tutorial off, we're going to dig out a total of 10 blocks in one line. We now want to repeat the exact same process on the other angle. We can now connect all the dots and then dig it down a further 5 blocks, making it a total of 6 blocks deep. Now that we've dug out our 10 by 10 by 6 deep area, we're going to place trapdoors all in a line along these grass blocks all the way across on all 4 sides. Now that we have done that, we can go ahead and open them all up. We now want to jump down into our hole and we're going to locate the center, which is right here. Simply come 4 blocks out from each side and you will locate the center. We now want to grab our warped fence gates or our crimson fence gates and place them on top of these temporary blocks. And then what we can do is grab a further 4 temporary blocks and place them on top of the gates. With our 8 remaining gates, we're going to place them around these temporary blocks. We can now remove these temporary blocks. With the temporary blocks now removed, we're going to open up all these gates. With all the gates now placed and open, we're going to pillar up a total of 4 blocks, and then we're going to shift and place our lava bucket on the inside. It should spread to a 2 by 2 area. We can now remove these temporary blocks. With our lava now in place, we're going to make an infinite water source. To do this, dig out 2 blocks by 2 blocks, place a water bucket and a water bucket. We can now infinitely grab as much water as we want, so we want to place water in all 4 corners, just like this. Once we've got all 4 water buckets placed, we can go ahead and remove the infinite water source. As you can see, we are left with a 2 by 2 stone gap in the middle. We want to open our F3 menu, and as you can see, we're at Y level 58, and we want to dig down a further 21 blocks. So for me, I want to go down to Y level 37. Now that we are at our correct Y level, we're going to go ahead and dig out an area on one of the sides to open up our chamber. We're now ready to start working on our collection system. To do this, start by placing a double chest right here, followed up by 4 hoppers directly behind the double chest. We can now grab our dirt blocks and place 4 blocks on top of the hoppers. We can now turn this into path. We can now place a temporary block right here and then 2 building blocks right there. This will leave us a nice area right here to kill our pillagers, and the evokers and vexers won't be able to kill you. We can now remove this temporary block. The last remaining step to do with our collection system is to place a bell right here. This is completely optional, it's not 100% necessary, but what this does is once you ring the bell during the raid, it will illuminate all the pillagers around the surrounding area. So it can come quite in handy if you want to know how your raid is going. We're now going to ascend to the surface. To do this, we're going to dig out a 2 by 2 area 5 blocks deep, and then we're going to dig out all the way up to the surface, placing our ladders. Grabbing our water bucket now that we're at the 5th block, we're going to place it right here. On the left hand side, we're going to place our ladders all the way up to the surface. We want to repeat this all the way up to the very top. Now that we are on the surface, we want to go ahead and place a temporary block here, followed up by 2 trapdoors so we don't fall down when we don't want to. We can now remove this temporary block. Jumping back down into our hole now, we're going to get our villager set up. We want to pillar up a total of 4 blocks to reach the top of the lava, and then what we're going to do is place a dirt block right here. We can now place a temporary block right there, and then we want to build up a further 5 blocks, making it a total of 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On top of this dirt block, we're going to place our glass block, and then we're going to build this on top of the lava. Just like this. We can now go ahead and place a dirt block there, 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 and there. We now want to build this up a further 2 blocks around the farm. To finish this area off, we're going to place a bed and a workstation, and now it's time to get our villager in place. We also want to remove these temporary blocks right there and all the way down as well. We are now ready to get our villager in place, so we're going to place a staircase all the way down to the very bottom level of the grass. You want something like this. With our villager now trapped in a boat, we're going to wheel him all the way across to this dirt pillar, and then we're going to wait until night time. As you can see right here, it is now night time. So we're going to remove him out of the boat, and as you can see, he will go up the staircase and into his little chamber. While it's night time and the villager's inside his bed, we're going to go ahead and jump up this staircase, and we're going to place a temporary block right here and then put a roof over his head. We can now remove this temporary block and all these temporary blocks as well. Now our farm is just over there, and our pillager outpost is right here. And what we want to be looking for to get this farm to run is the guy with the banner on his head. We want to make sure we kill this guy, and we will get, as you can see, voluntary exile, and we will get Bad Omen. The more times we kill a pillager with a banner over his head, another Bad Omen will appear. So you'll get Bad Omen 1, Bad Omen 2, Bad Omen 3, and so on. As you can see right here, we are on our way back to our farm, and we have max Bad Omen 5. So what we need to do is go over to our area where our farm is, and then we're going to signal the raid when we get close to this villager. As you can see, the raid has begun. And these guys will make their way over to the villager and fall down this hole where we can kill them. So our next step is to jump down into our hole and get ready to kill. So with the raid now complete and Hero of the Village 5 is now in our menu, we have all this after one raid. This is absolutely absurd for the amount of resources you need to build this farm. And I highly recommend also using Sweeping Edge 3 as it will clear the raid far quicker. So that is how you build an automatic raid farm in Minecraft. If you found this video useful, it would mean a lot to me if you could leave a like on the video, and if you want to see some more videos just like this one, be sure to subscribe. This farm design is owned by Voltrox, so be sure to go check out his channel by clicking the link in the description. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. A special thanks to my Patreons. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!